During a battle in the past, Ray White's family was killed by enemies, causing him to release a huge amount of magical energy. Since then, the Ice Blade Sorcerer has suddenly disappeared from the world. Ray is currently enrolled in the Arnold Magic Academy. He stops to look at his map when a girl bumps into him. Ray catches her and she blushes shyly. When he introduces himself as a transfer student, the girl immediately disdains them. Ray comes with an ordinary family, so he is scorned by a nobility. At that moment a group of students come and the leader of them is Albert Allium. He doesn't want to shake hands with an ordinary and says that his place is only for nobles, showing disdain for Ray as well. Ray doesn't care what Albert said, making him angry, and he attacks Ray. However, a girl stops Albert. Her name is Rose and she comes from one of the top 3 noble families. Although she knows Ray is an ordinary, she doesn't discriminate against them and is willing to help him. During the opening ceremony, the principal spoke in front of all students, saying that this is the world's leading academy and the students here are all recognized by sorcerers. However, they should not be complacent, but must actively train to become a first-rate wizard. After that, the representative of incoming students, Rose, gives a speech. Rose, proud to study at a school with a long history and is determined to lead people through difficulties. After the ceremony is over, Ray comes to the classroom later and everyone is talking about his status as an ordinary, because he's the first ordinary to be admitted to the Magic Academy. He is then assigned a seat by the window, looking at the city that reminds him of the previous battle. The teacher threw a chalk at his face because he wasn't paying attention to the lesson. The teacher then continues to lesson. The rank of sorcerers is divided into 5 ranks: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and grand. The rank regarded as sacred. Only 7 grand sorcerers exist in any one time and are known as the 7 greatest sorcerers in the world. First, our very own principal Abby Garnett is the Blaze Sorcerer. Next, the spellbinding sorcerer, Caroline. And then there's the one known as the hero of the Far East, the Ice Blade Sorcerer, who disappeared after bringing an end to the Far East War. Nothing is known about the rest of the 7, not even their aliases. Albert raises his hand to express his opinion. He thinks that the ordinary Ray is not qualified to study at this academy. The teacher dismisses Albert's opinion and explains that Ray passed the entrance exam. And there is no class distinction here. Next is the magic practice class. Matter can be separated into 4 categories: solids, liquids, gases, and plasma. A mysterious student questioning anti-material magic card raise attention. The teacher left everyone start practicing, and Rose successfully creates a stone rose, while everyone thinks Ray is using magic like a child. After class ends, Ray accidentally sees the mysterious student enter the library. Out of curiosity, Ray comes to strike up a conversation with her. Her name is Alyssa. She is a fan of Dr. Ainsworth and is excited to know that Ray is just like her. She is a half-elf and so she's often ridiculed by everyone. Ray feels that Alyssa's ears are beautiful and tells her not to cover them. After they say goodbye to each other, Ray goes to the dormitory. His roommate is Evie, who doesn't care about race background but cares about muscle strength. The moment they shake hands, Evie discovers that Ray had the same hobby as him, which is physical training. The next morning, Ray dragging around in the park and accidentally sees a girl named Rebecca. Evie says that Rose, Rebecca, and Ariane are as powerful as the royal family, with just as much influence over politics, the economy, and everything else in this country. Ray tells Evie to go on ahead because he has to go to the principal's office. On the way, Ray bumps into a girl who introduces herself as Clarice. They exchanged a few sentences and Clarice Hurley leaves. Then he goes to the principal's Abby's office. It turns out a Principal Abby used to be his teammate, and they have a nice chat. Next is a mock battle. Students will compete against each other to test their strengths. Ray versus Albert. Albert immediately rushes to attack Ray, but Ray easily destroys his sword, leaving everyone shocked. Abby feels very happy that Ray can join his school life. Turns out Ray is the Ice Blade Sorcerer. In the evening, Evie and Ray work out together and they add protein. Ray says that he will join 2 clubs at once. The first club is the Environmental Research Club. The members of this club are all muscular men and are known as hunters. They don't discriminate against ordinaries, but they need guys who have strong muscles. Ray takes off his clothes and shows his muscles. Everyone is amazed to see his strong muscles. They're sure he trained a lot. The captain is so pleased with Ray's muscles, so he allows her to join the club. Ray then goes to the tree planting club. The president of this club is Rebecca. She can see that Ray loves flowers, but it seems that some members are against it because Ray is an ordinary person. Rebecca will leave Ray to Dina, and if Dina finds him unsuitable after a test, she can refuse his application. Dina takes him to a weedy area on the roof of the academy and asks him to tidy up this place. The time limit is 1 week and he will be doing it alone. He starts the entrance test, and on the first day he finishes clearing the weeds. On the second day he plowed the soil. On the third day he divided the area. Rebecca comes to send him some fruit sandwiches, and he loves them. She can bring it to school because she's the student council president. Suddenly they hear someone's noise. They see 2 students practicing to prepare for the sorcery swordsman tournament. It's a tournament to decide the strongest sorcerer and swordsman amongst the students. Rebecca stares at Ray's muscles and is fascinated by them. When she touches them, she feels very excited because it is her first time touching a guy's muscles. Some girls witnessed Ray happily chatting with Rebecca, so they're very jealous. Abby then asked Ray to do her a favor. She wants him to help her investigate a spy lurking in the academy. The kingdom's situation is very early, so she wants him to deal with this in secret. On his way back to the dormitory, he sees Clarice staring at a pill bug. It turns out she loves bugs because of his eccentric hobby. She has no friends. Ray says that he also likes bugs and wants to be friends with her. She's excited about getting her first friend, and Shirley leaves. Today, the teacher announces that the Kafka Force skilled practical training will begin soon. She asked them to form a party of 4 within a time limit. Everyone starts dividing themselves into teams. Evie invites Ray to team up with him, and they are recruiting 2 more remaining members. Ray invites Elisa to join his party despite her weak stamina. Rose also wants to join Ray's party. Surprising everyone, Albert doesn't seem happy to see Rose join Ray's party. The next morning, the teacher announces the rules of today's training. They have to reach the goal at the center of the forest. The number of stamps collected will affect their final result. The time limit is 24 hours. Kafka Forest is full of monsters that grow in an isolated environment. They have to fight them with resolve. Evie sees that Ray is nervous at all. Ray says he is familiar with the woods in his hometown. The skill practical training begins. Everyone starts to enter the forest. A monster appears behind Elisa. Fortunately, Ray defeats in time. Everyone is surprised to see that Ray is able to cut the monster in half with ease. The other parties are also heading toward the center. It is getting dark, so they decide to spend the night here. Everyone is surprised by Ray's ability to fight monsters and survive in the forest. Every surprise when Rose joined the Ordinaries party. Rose says that she hates a system that prioritizes one's bloodline and identity. Ray feels that compared to the battlefield, this forest is a paradise. He wonders if he has the right to enjoy this life. He recalls his master's words: if he wanted to enjoy life at the academy, he'd better hide his identity. The next morning, Ray's party hears someone screams and Ray immediately runs there. He sees a monster attacking Albert's party. He activates the inertial control to dodge the monster's attack and quickly finishes it off with a fatal stab. Albert is shocked to see Ray's strength, but he still thinks that he can defeat the monster on his own. Ray's teammates arrived and are surprised to learn that Ray has killed it. Suddenly, a mysterious man throws a knife containing a spill at the monster's corpse, turning it into an undead. The monster stands up, causing everyone to panic. Thank you for watching this 2-episode summary of the anime. The Iceblade Sorcerer shall rule the world. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did, subscribe for more anime recaps. And don't forget to ring that bell to be notified of new uploads.